Hello, my name is Mike Lacamera, and today I would like to briefly share with you 6 uniquely different styles of evangelism. It will be my sincerest hope that all who view this presentation will identify with at least one of these styles and either begin to or continue practicing evangelism in some form for the rest of your life. Now, I will be moving quickly through this material, but if you want more detail on the subject, you can consult the writings of Lee Strobel, a former atheist turned world famous apologist for the gospel. So without further ado, let's get started. The first style I would like to talk about is the direct style, and we take our example from Peter in Acts chapter 2. In this chapter, Peter stood before a great crowd of people. He spoke with confidence, he was assertive, he challenged his hearers, and he confronted them with the truth about how the Jews, with the help of others, put Jesus to death. He did not mince words. He asked his hearers to decide on the spot whether or not they would want to follow Christ, and 3,000 did that day. This direct approach was a perfect reflection of the kind of man that we know Peter was: impetuous, confrontational, and bold. Let's move on. Style number 2 is the intellectual style. Paul used this style as seen in Acts chapter 17. Paul was one of the most well-educated individuals of his generation. He was brilliant in speaking with philosophers of his time, and this style fit him. He reasoned with them, built a logical and factual case for Christ, pointing to Christ's resurrection and pointing to the fact that he was the Son of God. Peter's style would not have worked with them, but Paul was Paul, and this was his style. Next, we have the testimonial style. And our biblical example is the blind man found in John chapter 9. In this style, the blind man did not confront them like Peter might have or try to reason with them like Paul. No, he says in verse 25 simply this: "One thing I know, I was blind and now I see." Now, we should all be able to tell our story of how we came to Christ, but for some of us, this is our forte. We are clear communicators, good storytellers, good listeners. We love to tell our story to those we meet, and we hope that after hearing it, they will decide to follow Christ. Maybe this style fits you. Now, a fourth style of evangelism is the relational style, and we take our example from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5. Matthew throws a party and invites Jesus along with his tax collector friends. He knows that through interacting with Jesus, his friends will hear the gospel. People who have this relational style tend to be warm and hospitable. They welcome others into their home and thrive on speaking to them about philosophies of life. We all probably know people like this, whose homes are always open and full of people. People who use this style are into building friendships and can draw people to Christ just by how they relate to them and by taking an interest in their lives and showing the love of Christ to all who come to their home. Hopefully, this style fits some of you. Number 5 is the invitational style from the Bible at the woman at the well. After Jesus tells this woman about all herself that she did, she runs into the town and invites everyone to come and meet the man who told me everything about my life. People with this style are very good at inviting the non-believer out to church or to some other Christian activity. People with this style are warm, they're friendly. They tend to always be willing to include new people in any group or activity that they are involved in, and they genuinely care about the lives of those who they encounter. Maybe some of you can relate to this style. I hope you say yes. And finally, we have one last style, and that's the serving style. Our biblical example is Tabitha in Acts chapter 9. In verse 36, it simply says, Tabitha was always doing good and helping the poor. People with this style have a way of serving others and bringing attention to Christ and the difference that he made in their life. People with this style tend to be others-oriented. They tend to be humble, patient. They find joy in serving others, a feeling of satisfaction in doing for others. These are the kind of people who see another's need in their life and immediately want to fulfill it. They are people who feel that it is easier to show love by actions rather than words. Now, it is very important to note here that if you do have this style, You need to be consistently pointing people to Christ as the motivator for your service, and that He is the one that gave you this quality in the first place. Otherwise, you are just another nice person. I hope I made that clear. So my friends, I would encourage you at this point, discover your style. Ask God first to help you discover the style that is uniquely yours. Then ask Him to help you to be comfortable and confident in sharing that style and using it to witness for Him. Thank you for your attention, and have a blessed day.